Hello, I'm back. This is part 2 of episode 16 of Cooking with Love. And the mac and cheese is done. So I'm going to pull you guys in a little closer so you can see this beautiful delicacy. I don't really know if it's a delicacy, but it is good. I haven't tasted it yet, but yes, we're back. Hello, welcome. So I'm going to cut into the mac and cheese. Actually going to pull this probably a little bit closer so you guys can see, and then I'm going to pull away so you guys can see what I put on the plate. Of course I need a fork. So, for everyone coming on now, how's your Sunday going? I pray that it's good. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna cut this with a knife first. So for those that missed it, I did baked mac and cheese. And I used sharp cheddar, extra sharp, and mild cheddar. Smoked Gouda and a little bit of Velveeta. So here we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh, and for seasoning, I did use a half a stick of butter. I used paprika, smoked paprika. I used my Tony seasoning, something else. But go watch the first part if you missed it. I'm going to put the rest of this on here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now I'm going to pull it away so you guys can see that. Actually, I'm going to pull it closer first so you can see the inside. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And this is my plate. So, we're going to finish our small part of our conversation. And I'm going to sit and eat with you guys. I like stuff spicy, even though sometimes my body doesn't. Yeah, some spicy stuff is not good for you. Hello, welcome. And so I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. This is like one of my favorite hot sauces. I used to love, and I still do like Louisiana hot sauce. But I really like the flavor of this, and I like that it's not overbearingly hot. So yeah, so we were talking about change earlier and how change really is inevitable. Like no matter what, change is gonna happen in your life. You can't really avoid it if you're honest with yourself. Other than that, you're like just existing, and that's no fun, just existing. So I'm gonna taste this real quick. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna taste the side without the hot sauce too though. That's good. I could have been a little bit more heavy-handed on the smoked paprika though. But that's my secret ingredient, you guys. I shared my secret recipe for my mac and cheese with all of you. So I don't share a lot of recipes. I keep them to myself, but this is one I was like, you know what? I bet the people want to try this macaroni and cheese. But yeah, but we were talking about change and how change is definitely so important in our lives, and we have to allow God to be God and help us get to where he wants us to be, because of course he knows best. So, you know, in allowing God to help you be where he wants you to be, it is a process. It is not always easy. Growth can be very uncomfortable, but it's so necessary. You know, a lot of people like, you're not growing if you're comfortable. And I completely agree with that, because sometimes you can be like, oh, it's just amazing, I'm just chilling here, blah, blah, blah. But are you stagnant? You know, are you just staying in a place of complacency, or are you really going after whatever the Lord is calling you to go after? Are you living in your purpose? Are you helping others? Are you doing what you're called to do? And if you're not, I just encourage you to seek the Lord, you know, and seek his face and his heart, and ask him, you know, what is his purpose for you? How can you impact change? Thank you. Welcome. And also, you know, making sure that you're in a place of not being selfish with your time into the Lord, because God wants our time. And think about it, God is a selfish God. Like he wants, you know, us to spend time with him. Good afternoon. And so if you're giving your time away to any and everybody else but him, God's like, hello, excuse me, I am the creator. What about me? And it's so important to just spend time with him. And I've been getting into a place of like, okay, I need to go to bed early and I need to wake up early so I can spend time with God before I spend time with anyone else. You know, I'm starting back off small. Like sometimes my alarm goes off. I have my alarm go off every morning at 3 a.m. Now, sometimes I get out of bed. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I hit the snooze and stop the alarm, whatever. But I'm getting back into a place where it's like, even if it's just 5 minutes, I want to begin to build that 5 minutes up to really spending time with the Lord in the morning before anyone else. And one thing that I can say that the Lord has blessed me in doing previously when I was waking up at 3 a.m. to pray was, it was like I would wake up at 3. Sometimes I pray for an hour, hour and a half. But literally, like, God would bless me throughout the day that I wasn't really tired. It wasn't like a dragging, oh my gosh, what did I do? God blesses me every time and gives me the endurance to like go further. And it's been times like I haven't gone back to sleep and made it through my entire day, did everything I need to do, and was I felt well rested. You know, it was like, wow, God, this is, yes, like, let's do this more often. So I'm coming back into a place of making sure I'm spending time with God before anyone else, because that is so key and important. You know, if you were to be honest with yourself, you know, for those that maybe didn't realize, but you know, if you were really to be honest, when you spend time with the Lord first before anyone else, your day just goes by so much better. It's so much smoother. It just makes for a better day. And for those that missed, I made baked macaroni and cheese. I'm sitting here eating some. I did put a little hot sauce on mine, but the recipe is in the first part of the episode. Yes, it does. It's just, and it's like it gives you a peace. You have a joy throughout the day. It's just like, you know, like it's just this, God gives you this, I don't want to call it a glow, but it's like this unction to just flow through the rest of the day. It's like, okay, yes, like, you know, nothing is too hard. You know, yes, I wore out against, but it's like you're furthermore encouraged. And it's like, yes, God, thank you. And it's so important, you know, and it's something, one of the things that my father always says is you know, I know it's in this word, it's a scripture, but I don't remember necessarily where it's from. But it's like, basically, guys, like, could you not give me at least an hour of your time? Like, I've given you 24 hours in a day. What about my hour? And that's, if you really think about that, like, yeah, I should be giving God at least an hour. I mean, the Bible says to pray without ceasing. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to my closet to shut in all day, every day. No, it's just like to be in constant thought and prayer about, you know, God and giving him praise, even in the smallest things. You're at work and somebody ran a copy for you, they didn't have to, and you didn't have to go up 4 flights of steps or whatever it was to go do it yourself. And it's like, you know what, God, thank you. Thank you for breath in my body. Thank you for helping me get this work done. Thank you, Lord, for, you know, blessing me and keeping me. Yes. Yes, that's so true. Yes. I mean, God is just, he's so amazing. I wish I pray that everyone in this world, you know, comes to know him for real and have true relationship with him. You know, I get it that, you know, some people have been through some difficult situations and it's tough for them to believe again or hope again or whatever the case may be. But I really am of the belief of, if we as believers do what we're supposed to do, we can affect so much change all around the world and really be a blessing. Thank you. Welcome. Really be a blessing to so many people. You know, like I was saying earlier, we're not just here for no reason. You're not aimlessly on this earth to just roam and do whatever. It's like, no, God has set you here for a purpose. If you don't know your purpose, seek his heart, seek his face constantly. That's what, when you're constantly knocking at God's door, he will answer. Like, he's going to answer. He's going to come. He's going to give you revelation. He's going to give you answers for your questions. You know, a lot of times God is just waiting on us and we're like, oh, God said he was going to do this thing. And God's like, yeah, I've been waiting on you 15 years. You're gonna come on in, you know? So, you know, we have to set our hearts and our minds on him, allow him to help us to go into change, and so that we can be exactly who he's calling us to be. So that's it. I pray you all have an amazing day on this beautiful Sunday. It finally warmed up where I am. It been the what did they call it? The polar vortex or something for a couple of 3 or 4 days or whatever. But if you tried the mac and cheese, please message me or comment or something so I know how you liked it. On YouTube, Monique Gigi, this video will be going up literally as soon as I finish. It's I was thinking about Jacksonville the other day, and I'm like, dang, I kind of miss it. I need to come visit again. But if you try it, let me know. This will be, like I said, going up on YouTube. My name on there is Monique Gigi. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share it with somebody who this message can bless. Whether you think it'll really touch them or not, you just never know what place someone is in that they haven't even talked to you about. And then they can use a new recipe that they haven't tried before. Because I use some smoked Gouda in here and some smoked paprika, and it's just, it's like a symphony in your mouth. I am also on, what was I about to say, Instagram. My name on Instagram is Gigi Lux. I am on Twitter. So if you try the recipe, whatever, let me know. You know, if you just need to reach out and say, hey, sister, girl, what's up today? Hey, speak to me. I'll message you back. But I pray you all have an amazing Sunday. I pray God fills you with his presence and his love and his joy. And I pray this not only fed your stomach, but I pray it fed your spirit. You guys have an amazing evening. Bye. Now if I can figure out how to close it out. There we go. Bye.